What's wrong with
The synopsis I got out of that conversation was the web people need to get together and figure it out, and we've all been identified now, so you can come after us.
We know who you are. We will be coming for you.
Expect us.
There's a regional Facebook page. We don't, not to my knowledge, if there's any .org or domain name reserved for that. Which since, I'm not even gonna get into that, that's too much content.
What's it?
So talk about the other main page that you're
PA General Assembly.
No, it's Facebook.
Facebook.com some kind of slash forward.
Okay, yeah.
Forward backslash.
Last night.
Okay, so, Tyler?
I think, I'm hearing different things, but I think you're talking about facebook.com/OccupyPA.
PA General Assembly.
No, I'm talking about a different page.
Pennsylvania General Assembly.
He's coming.
I'm talking about a page I set up for Occupy PA a while back that you were going to use to coordinate things on.
Right now, both pages are largely unused. They have about the same amount of activity. So we should probably decide which one we're going to use and get rid of the other one. So I know somebody took down the page I made before. It hurts.
For a second.
Oh, something else on this topic?
You want to take a census on it right now?
I think that's a General Assembly is not really the place for that. But this is more of a specialized work, the web working group, the web, whatever phrase you want to throw in there. Yeah, and Tyler, you're welcome to be part of it. You've already been part of Occupy Harrisburg, and that's why you're part of Occupy. You're part of it, dude.
I'm confused, so I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
I didn't know I was ever not part of it.
You got voted off the island, bud.
I'll talk to you later. I was
Sorry to break it to you.
Just got in the club.
You got voted off the island.
I know there's been some people here that have remained quiet the whole time, and I know there's 1 minute up there, but if you have 3 minutes of something to say, then say it. It does sadden me when somebody sits here and they're given their voice in something that affects the whole race, the whole human race, and you've been quiet. So, would anyone like to speak up now? Whether it's just a comment.
Question, can we leave our stuff here while we walk?
I will address that. I'll address it right now. I am gonna lock the building up and leave. Melissa, are you staying or marching?
Marching.
Okay. I will
No,
come
what,
back
next door?
at 5 and reopen the building. Okay. So I will lock the building up, make sure everyone's out. And so yes, you can leave your stuff here. Okay. But back to anyone who hasn't said anything during the whole 2 hours and some minutes that we've been here.
2:54, but almost 3.
Anything to tell Occupy. I'm sorry, Barb. This is for people that didn't talk to. Hello, Caroline.
I've been in worse places for angles, believe it or not. I just want martial arts to go.
To help the people that are affected by the fracking activity, the increasing and climate change. And as far as working in the electoral politics, my personal opinion that, yeah, it's broken, maybe terminally broken, but we should do everything we can to reduce the damage by whatever means we can, even if that includes voting or second best.
Or throwing bombs.
Yeah, that's all.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, I completely agree with what she says. I'm really close to environmental issues. I really appreciate the whole mission here. And, I'm from the Scranton area, so it's a hot topic, you know.
Is there anyone else who has been quiet this whole time and would like to chime in? Well, thank you for those of you that spoke up. So now we just go into announcements. Real quick, because I know we all want to get out of here. The outreach march is, we're going to be out there from 3 to 7 p.m. Like I said, I will come back at 5 because I know 4 hours is a pretty long time for some people. The place will be opened back up, and we have some people that brought instruments, and we'll be more fellowshipping, eating food, and networking. Then Monday, there's a rally for universal equality. There's a lot of details behind that and some circumstances to understand. Get a hold of somebody from Occupy Harrisburg. We're all over the room, or you can come see me. And Facebook and email and all that works. I'll give that to you if you want it.
What's your on the set?
And a meeting evaluation, a quick meeting evaluation. We found this very helpful for improving future meetings. Carl, you got our time for 3 minutes?
I have 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. Would anyone like to comment on the format of the meeting, things that should have been improved, things that went good and you want to see more of?
Everybody playing nicely.
I thought it was very, very effective to have an hour with break for people to network, fellowship, and then come back and do some more.
Yeah, I liked the length of the breaks and so on, but if there were some way to do it, perhaps there's just not. I would have preferred if there were fewer issues and more time spent. It's hard to grasp all that, and I think certain issues were shorted, but really needed to be expanded on a bit more.
Right.
I would have liked if we could spend less time talking about issues and more about what our plans are and doing something about it. But it's not personal, so I'm not complaining.
I just think that maybe if we had all given input prior to getting here, we could have had more time because we wouldn't have had to do the agenda while we were here. It could have been done and approved, and when we got here, we could have got down to business.
That's a good idea.
I would also say, with regard to Patrick and Brett's points, a lot of that time may seem wasted because it was the first time we got together as a group and we had to set the protocol and we had to lay out the issues. If we do this on a regular basis, we should be able to get right to the issues and the actions and not spend time laying the groundwork, I hope.
Good point, Joe. Good point, Joe.
Yeah, and following on to that, I think circulation of the agenda so all the members ahead of time can have us kind of know what we're coming to talk about and allow us to take responsibility to be prepared to speak to the issue.
I'm not trying to sound like a jerk. I probably will sound like a jerk, but I think it's really important for people to familiarize themselves with the consensus process because it is different than just a get-together or a voting session. Formal consensus is an organized, specific thing. And there are a lot of great resources out there, and I think that's going to really help us make decisions together as a group as opposed to just talking back and forth.
Just to answer Tyler's last point, you don't sound like a jerk, but a lot of the groups are really small, and if there's 5 of us at a General Assembly,
right,
we don't use the process even though we're familiar with it, and when we do come together, it's just not routine with us yet. And, you know, I think if we do this on a regular basis,